Off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. This will be taken in at the 1.
Wow.
And he will take it back only to about the 13-yard line here.
They go chest like that, Mike. Yep. I know. Listen, it just happened today. Me and Chris used to launch pad in that jump, and it took us all the way to the previous side.
He's going to take it. Got his man complete. And they'll get it all the way out near midfield to the 45. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
You still can get killed by it. Hey, Mike, jump on top of it. You should jump on top of it and then you would launch all the way.
On first down, Ryan being chased out left. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. T.J. Watt able to run him down for a loss of a yard. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. Now Ryan on 2nd down. This one complete to Mohamed Sanu. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Mohamed Sanu, his first touchdown on the year. And the Falcons have taken the early lead. Now Matt Bryant on for the point after. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now here's Bryant to kick it away.
Oh, there's an enemy.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Why do these people run so low or something? Hurry up, Bison. I think they're going to the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. It's like shooting.
It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Defensively, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance of winning.
If they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Yo, whose mic is that? Oh, who mic that is?
Here's Rudolph now.
Oh, who mic is that?
What's wrong? Pull out your mic. Please pull out your mic.
Oh my God, bro.
That was Jalen.
Nigga, that ain't my mic.
That was Mike.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. This is taken at the 23.
It was you. He ain't doing it no more, Mike.
Very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. And here now come the Falcons. And they'll be looking to make this a two-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualize.
But let me show my season.
I remember playing and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
This before I was. Wait, why y'all ain't leaving?
Very good starting field position for the Falcons offense as they come up 1st and 10. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, running that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped, but I think sometimes these big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make these little sudden moves, these little subtle moves that get you to jump.
I'm making part of it and you touch it.
Shotgun, Ryan.
Yeah, when I touch it.
He's going to air one out. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second
You have a party
down.
too, so you would.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback when he delivers the ball.
On second down, here's Ryan. And a hit jarred it loose.
Should have been a pick.
It's incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. The former Indiana Hoosier here, Kevin Coleman. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. The 13 yards that time at a first.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Tackled by Bradley Chubb, the number 5 pick in the 2018 draft.
Hey, let's go.
Ryan now off the bootleg. He's going to go for a big play into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ryan Shazier, and he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
And that was a good run. This was only one of 9 guys to go over 1,000 yards in 2017. And I think you can't let him run wild here.
What do you think, 100 yards, the measuring stick?
Always. That is the threshold. You want to keep him under that if you want to play good defense.
Rudolph throwing on 2nd down. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 44 yards. On 1st down, Rudolph. Flushed out right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. Rudolph. Buying time to his left. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of. Otherwise, he was going to get sacked.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Rudolph throwing again. Forced out to his left. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not.
Well, this is something I may never understand. I don't get why a quarterback under duress who has a chance to get rid of the ball and save the yardage keeps it and runs out of bounds. Instead of an incomplete pass and no loss of yardage, it's a 3-yard loss.
These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
They are more athletic now than ever before about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason.
You know what I'm talking about.
Ryan will bring the Falcons up now, 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Stephon Tuitt, the one that got him down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Let's go. Hey, South.
On 2nd down, Ryan. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. Stephon Tuitt, the former Notre Dame man.
Ow, he shot me
In there to sack him for a loss of 6. So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and 1 for Ryan and the Falcons. Here's Ryan to throw. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. And the ball is knocked out. Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Falcons in possession to begin quarter number 2. They take over 1st and 10 up near midfield. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Ryan. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Stephon Tuitt in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons. There's Ryan.
You can take me if he got me.
Getting it out left side to Sanu. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. On 4th down, here's Matt Bosher on the punt. Back deep for the Steelers, Antonio Brown. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that. And they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see.
Really shouldn't be a surprise. It's going to be hard to move people in this situation. You know they're going to bring the pressure defensively. So I remember playing in these spots, and my coach would always say, don't be afraid to try and create a safety, too. They're going to bring pressure.
On 2nd down, it's Bell. Oh, good move at the 10. Le'Veon Bell. Kiss him goodbye. He's at the 50, 30, the 20. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Le'Veon Bell, 99 yards. And the Steelers get the quick strike touchdown. Chris Boswell now for the extra point. Boswell good with the extra point, and the lead is now 10-7. Boswell on now to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10 at the 9-yard line.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
Now Ryan on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be taken down here at about the 10. Cameron Hayward in on the tackle.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. And now before they run this 4th down play, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
You've called plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum, my man?
I do, and I think we're seeing it right here.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on. How about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago, and another one right here. Oh, he's feeling it in a big run.
A good return there, 17 yards. And the Steeler offense, they're set up nicely as they take over. Now the Steelers offense gets ready to get back onto the field. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
Now a first down carry by Bell. And down inside the 40 to about the 38. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. Well, Charles, Le'Veon Bell, 26 going on 27, and the shelf life of these NFL running backs seems to be getting shorter and shorter. How long can he go at this torrid pace?
Usually we say 30 is kind of the line of demarcation for a running back. But Le'Veon Bell played all 16 games in 2017.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Takk McKinley in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Defensive end gets in there that time. They were in a 4-3. What's the responsibility of the ends versus the tackles there, Charles?
Well, most of the time when you talk about the ends, they're your pass rushers. They're the guys that you turn loose to try and get to the guy who's going to throw the football. The tackles, usually more of the run-stuffing variety. But the way this game is advanced, you're wanting a little bit of everything out of all of your guys. But let's just go ahead and break it down and make it simple. The guy who's a right defensive end versus a right-handed quarterback, that's the blind side. He's going after the quarterback. He's going to put him on the ground.
A really good pickup of 28 yards. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. A minute 59 to go in the first half. Back to Heinz Field after this. Again, it's Bell. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. That's going to be a 6-yard gain. It leaves him with 3rd down and just a yard to go.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Rudolph going to throw on 3rd and 1. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. It's the fullback. His first touchdown on the year. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. And oh, it's no good on the PAT. So they can't add on here. And our score is going to stay right where it is. Boswell on now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They'll run with Freeman here to begin the drive. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be second.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall.
And Freeman lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
All I can say about this play is that someone's living right. I mean, he's trying to gain yardage, trying to get upfield. Ball comes free. What's that panic that we've talked about oftentimes that you feel when you lose the ball?
You can sense it.
Oh, you can sense it. And somehow he got to it and was able to recover it for his squad.
From midfield now, here's Ryan. Eluding the pressure right. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. They got pressure there and only rushing 3.
And there's a defensive coordinator right now who is celebrating not just getting home with 3 there, but realizing if that's the type of pressure he can get in the entire game, then your pass defense is going to be excellent. You're dropping 8. Where are you going to go with the football?
And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 8. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against his zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
On 1st down, it's Rudolph. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Ted McKinley getting him once again. His 3rd sack of the afternoon. On 2nd down, here's Rudolph. And he's going to go down again. And the Falcons going to use another timeout. As they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. And he's going to be taken down. Sacked back at the 2. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. Here's Jordan Berry now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. Fielded at the 20. So we come upon halftime with 9 points separating these two teams. Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the 3rd quarter. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the 2nd half. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the 3rd quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Now he steps away. And he connects with Vance McDonald. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. 23 yards on the play.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
Here comes a 1st down throw from Rudolph. He's going deep for Brown. This is caught at the 20. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Antonio Brown with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that could be important as that makes this a 16-point lead. Boswell on now to kick this one away. So we get set to start this 3rd quarter. Here's the Falcons offense now. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they made. And it just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. On 3rd down, Ryan. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down.
For a rookie 1st rounder, he's made a huge impact on this defense, but that tells me that they had a plan for him when they drafted him. Just turn him loose, do what you do best, go get the quarterback.
Dropped him on Madden.
His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because What you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team. That their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Le'Veon Bell with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. Extra point now by Boswell. Boswell good with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 23. Boswell on now to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Sometimes we wonder about play calls, but this one made perfect sense to me. He's got the only touchdown that they've scored in this game. Tried to get it to him again on another deep ball.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. And he can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down. Stephon Tuitt, the former Notre Dame man, in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Rudolph just does beat the play clock. Escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to throw it deep to the others. He's got a man complete. Antonio Brown, kiss him goodbye. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Antonio Brown, 91 yards. And this Steelers offense is running away with this one. Boswell for the extra point. Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead will swell by one more. Boswell on now to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at their own 21. They snap it at 1. Now Ryan. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
Well, the pressure, the hits, the sacks have been coming at him all game long. I'm frankly surprised that they haven't found a solution yet to create more time for him to throw it, or maybe change what they do on offense.
And that's one of the biggest differences in this game and why they're losing right now. 2nd and 10 now. Ryan. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. And he's in for 6 and a Steeler touchdown. Well, you start to feel sorry now for the young man throwing the football. This is really turning into a disaster.
Listen, it's baptism. Right? This is almost a rite of passage. This young in the league, go back and find a Hall of Fame quarterback and check their records for their first 2 years, especially if they started the bulk of the games. I bet you'll find double-digit interceptions on just about every one of them. They have to learn as they go along.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Fielded about a yard deep. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And they gave up the pick 6, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, Freeman. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. The linebacker, Ryan Shazier, there to make the tackle.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Get up!
Off the play fake to Freeman. It's Ryan. And it's complete. Hooper. 15 yards through the air and a 1st down.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a 1st down.
5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Now Ryan on 2nd down. Pressure comes and the Steelers take him down. Stephon Tuitt, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons. Ryan. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this third quarter of play. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on fourth down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Looking deep for Julio. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The veteran Morgan Burnett there on the coverage. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. Doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney! Now let's go!
The give is to Bell. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Now Bell. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
I'm about to get back on.
Here we go. 3-19.
I thought Boogie was this nigga ass.
Now Bell. Now Bell hit. He lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
I'm finna get back on, man. Yeah. I'm finna rip this nigga ass.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal.
Guess what the score is? Guess what the score is in my game? 43-7.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Yeah. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal.
The game not over. I got 4 minutes left.
Now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Leopard.
Now it's Rudolph. And he fires one, but incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And on that last drive, went for it on fourth, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on fourth down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense.
Ryan hit, and he lost the football. And it looks like Steeler football. It is.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely.
Set. 3-19. 3-19.
They'll pitch it out to Bell. No, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. They'll go again with Bell. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Only a gain of a couple there. That leaves him needing about 7 here on 3rd down.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know that.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone could stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that is leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here.
Let's go.
And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You'd better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
Again, they'll run with Freeman. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. The Falcons on 3rd down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this. On 3rd down, Devontae Freeman. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. Seems pretty obvious defensively. A key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back.
Ryan hit, and he lost the football. And it looks like Steeler football. It is. And they're not able to convert on 4th down. And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the 4th. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about, we're going to address this come practice next week because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help him improve.
And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
You watching my screen?
Yeah.
You is here?
Detroit.
I don't see you.
I like it.
They will throw it here with Rudolph. His throw caught at about the 5. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
You having fun with this one, partner?
I am. He's been fun to watch under center.
We always talk about, getting to the next level, right? When we see people get into the zone, This guy's in the master class right now. What a performance he's putting on, just carving them up.
4 touchdown passes. Carving him up is right. Seems like everything he throws is going to be a completion and going in the end zone. That'll be taken in the end zone. Now a hit.
Oh, yeah. Come on. I just had to use a hit stick fumble and I didn't get it.
Picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy, because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Morgan Burnett, and they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. After the interception, here's Rudolph. Flush to his right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Robert Alford. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
Can you sit now? I see you suck.
Yeah, I see it.